Why can't every kid have a pair of shoes? That was the simple question running through his mind as he walked to school barefoot, his feet sore from stepping on stones. He saw his friends in the same situation, some with torn shoes, others with none at all. He felt the sting of shame when teachers reminded students to wear proper shoes, knowing he didn't have a choice. One evening, sitting under a flickering bulb, he picked up a pencil and started drawing. The sketch was rough, just a basic shoe, but it was different. He thought, what if I could make shoes from things no one uses? His eyes scanned the room until they landed on an old car tire leaning against the wall. That's when the idea hit him. Tires were strong, durable, and often thrown away. Why not turn them into shoes? Excited, he rushed to share the idea with his grandfather, a retired mechanic. The old man's face lit up as he said, "That could work. Let's try it." The next day they gathered tools, a knife, some glue, and pieces of worn-out fabric. Together they cut, stitched, and glued until they had their first pair of tire shoes. He wore them to school the next day. They weren't fancy, but they were sturdy and comfortable. His classmates were curious. One asked, "Where did you get those?" He proudly replied, "I made them." Soon more kids asked if he could make shoes for them too. That night, he and his grandfather worked late, crafting more pairs from old tires and leftover materials. Word spread quickly. Neighbors began donating tires, and even the local shopkeeper gave scraps of fabric. The boy worked tirelessly, knowing that every pair of shoes meant one less child walking barefoot. His simple idea had started to grow into something bigger than he ever imagined. But the real change came one rainy day. A journalist visiting the village saw the boy distributing shoes to children under a tree. Intrigued, she asked him about his project and wrote an article titled, "The Boy Who Turns Trash into Treasure." The story went viral. People from nearby towns started visiting, bringing materials and offering help. Some even placed orders for tire shoes, saying they wanted to support his cause. The boy's small project became a community effort. His grandfather built a makeshift workshop, and volunteers joined to help with production. Soon, organizations and schools took notice. A charity offered to sponsor his project, providing better tools and a larger space to work. With their help, he was able to make hundreds of pairs of shoes and distribute them to children in need. But the boy didn't stop there. He began teaching other kids how to make the shoes too. "This isn't just about shoes," he said. "It's about helping each other." His simple idea had sparked a movement. Kids who once walked barefoot were now making shoes for others, sharing skills and spreading hope. Years later, the boy's initiative had grown into a global project. Organizations around the world adopted his model, turning waste materials into affordable shoes for those in need. Millions of children who once felt the sharpness of stones under their feet could now walk with pride. And it all started with a 10-year-old boy, a simple question, and a sketch under a flickering bulb. His story reminds us that even the smallest ideas, born from compassion, can change the world.